Good morning, Cypress Village residents. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. This is Ty Morgan, your Executive Director, and today is Friday, June 20th. I hope everybody is having a great start to the day and start to the weekend. We're glad to have you here, and thanks to all our faithful coffee chatters here at Egret Hall. Always good to see you all, and stay tuned for a lot of information that we'll be sharing, and then I will wrap it up as usual. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Good morning, villagers. Ashley Miller here, your Director of Resident Services. I hope you all have had a lovely week, and just a couple updates from our Wellness Center. Our next breakfast and BPs will be today at 10:30 after coffee chat. Come on down to the Wellness Center and enjoy a nice light breakfast sponsored by Trilogy Home Healthcare. And of course, Patty will be doing blood pressures. And Guardian Pharmacy will be back in the Wellness Center on Wednesday, June 25th from 9 till 12 p.m. And the medication cycle pickup will be for Tower D. We have a very exciting morning planned for you all on Thursday, June 26th. Join Danny from Health Pro Heritage and Kevin Strazacker from Total Foot Care and Wellness as we take a lovely stroll around Lake Cypress. We'll meet at 9 a.m. in the main lobby, and then directly after, we'll have a nice footwear TED Talk in the Marsh Media Lounge starting at 9:30. So don't forget to bring a +1 and some good walking shoes. We'll have a nice walk and then a nice talk. And we are always looking for ways to show our appreciation and strengthen our relationship with the emergency responders at Station 59. We know they're here quite frequently, so we want to make sure this 4th of July that we are feeding them and we are taking care of them and showing our appreciation for our firemen and fire ladies. With that being said, we will be preparing our dining department, and our chefs will be preparing a lovely dinner and a nice meal for them. We will also have a large thank you card posted at the concierge desk. So if you can all please come by, sign it, write a nice thank you in it, let them know how much we appreciate everything they do for our community and just the general Jacksonville community by July 3rd. So we can turn everything in when we deliver their meals to them. We would greatly appreciate it. And our daily dose of wellness. Just simply be kind and be gracious to people. You just never know what someone is walking through quietly. So please keep that in mind as we walk into this weekend. I hope you all have a lovely one, and I'll see you around the village.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Coffee Chat. Couple updates from the maintenance department. First off, Tree Amigos will not be on property today. They needed a company outing, so they'll be on property Saturday to finish up. I believe it's going to be Middleton Park East, and William Davis will be done on Saturday this week and not Friday. They will still have a couple of guys for any kind of emergencies here. A couple of cleanup projects I've requested, so if you need anything, still give us a call. But they'll be out Saturday to finish the maintenance this week. The pool entries, we've had a delay because the contractor had a death in the family. We expect that to pick up next week, so we'll be back on it next week. The green roof project, we still have not got the CO from the city. That's why the furniture is piled up under the gazebo. I've had plenty of residents ask if they could come out and place it, but we cannot make it look like we're using the green roof until the city approves it. That's why it is in the condition it is right now. As soon as they do, we will let everybody know and start bringing people out there. Otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you.
Hi, Cypress Village. This is Natalie with Housekeeping. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I just have a little bit to touch on for you. I've been getting housekeepers that have notes on the beds that say, please turn the mattress. We are not going to ask the housekeepers to do that. If you need something like that done, please call the office, and when the guys are around, I'll have them come up and take care of that for you. We don't want one housekeeper to put her back out and then nobody has housekeeping. So please just give me a call if you need something like that. I just want everybody to know that at this time we have hired our very last housekeeping floor tech. You know we've been a little low, and so as soon as they go through orientation, you should see a bunch of bright new faces, and so we'll welcome them and we'll be glad to have them. And that's all I have for you today, so I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you around the village.
Good morning, fellow villagers. My name is Sue Brown, and I am a member of the Cypress Village Chorus. Because of your generosity, we have been able to continue the chorus and handbells for this season. On Sunday, June 29th and Monday, June 30th, both the handbells and chorus will be performing. Handbells will be in the main lobby from 6 to 6:30 and the chorus in Egret Hall at 7. The theme for the concerts is Songs from the Heart, and we will be doing patriotic and other familiar tunes. Please come and join us for one of the concerts. We think you will enjoy it. Oh, and by the way, if you have ever sung in a chorus or choir and are missing that experience, consider joining us. We will start our rehearsals again in September for our Christmas concert. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Hello, Cypress Village. This is Laurel Mundell, your Director of Administrative Services. I wanted to start out with a resident highlight and shout out to those who participated in the Army birthday last week. Thank you so much, Jim Jandro, for putting all of that together, and then also Roger Argalis, our Veterans Committee Chair. I also want to give Roger a special shout out for really streamlining the veterans form process. He and I have been working together on that, and I think we've fixed all the holes and any of the possible scenarios we've got covered. So I'm very grateful for his efficiencies, and just like me, he loves a good system. So I'm very thankful for that and that smooth process. As a little reminder and shout out, if there are any residents who have not completed a veterans form, you can do that on the Cypress Village app. So please fill out a form, or you can request one from Concierge if you want a paper form. Okay, so last week I gave you a little teaser on how you could win $250 towards your monthly service fee. We are in our annual Google review contest window. We do this every year with Life Care Services, all the communities across the country. And I love to win. I love a good competition. Last year we actually won, Cypress Village won for our division. So we had 56 reviews, I think it was. This year I want to double that. I want to get at least 100. So for those of you who have already left a Google review, you are welcome to update or edit that review. That will still get you entered in the raffle for the $250 prize. And if you haven't left a Google review, please do. There are 2 opportunities for you to leave a review, one on Google and one on Facebook. For both accounts, you will need to have your own account. For Google, you don't necessarily need a new Gmail. You can use your existing email address. If you have Comcast or Yahoo, you can use that address to make your Google account. And then for Facebook, you just need to already have a Facebook account. I'll make a more an instructional tutorial and guide for you all to follow the steps if you need assistance with that. But for those of you who already know how to do it, go on ahead. And then just as you know, employees are eligible to win some really fun prizes during this as well. For every employee that you mention in a Google or Facebook review, they are entered into their own raffle to win some pretty cool prizes. So please update your reviews to include some of your favorite employees, those who have really gone above and beyond in their service. Or if you haven't left a review, include their names in there. Okay, I know this might feel like a lot for those of you who aren't familiar with tech, but trust me, it's really going to help us in our placement in the marketplace. And it's a great way to honor the employees that provide great service. And though we're doing a big push right now, this competition goes until July 31st. Year round, you can leave reviews and our employees will get honored in extraordinary impressions points that will go towards their account. So please, please, please make sure you fill out your reviews. If you need any help at all, you can see me, you can see the concierge, your servers that you see at dinner time, have them help you out. And I'm gonna win again for our division and maybe even across the company, all of LCS as well. Thank you so much. That's all I have for you this week. Have a great day, and I'll see you around the village.
Good morning, everybody. This is Tyler with Dining Services. A few things that I want to touch on today. The first being our menus. I want to apologize. It's not a good excuse, but it's what's happening. We have had a delay in the implementation of our menus because we don't have anybody to implement them. Some of you were in menu chat yesterday, or Wednesday, I'm sorry, and we kind of announced what the the daily schedule looks like for us right now, especially chef. It's difficult and it is nonstop. So in the time that we are short-staffed, we will not be able to focus on doing anything different than the day-to-day routine and the day-to-day operation. But we are, I promise you, trying to get through the short staffing and back to a normal. We don't want to sit in chaos. It doesn't feel good. We're not trying to do that any more than we have to. The next thing we want to talk about is the water supply, the hurricane supply for the natural disaster season we have coming up on us. During the farmers market we had on Wednesday, we had a sign up set up for residents in independent living to come through and register if they would like for us to order them some cases of water to be delivered to them. Those of you that are on the meal plan or meal contract with us, we are allowing for you to use your allowance towards those purchases. Those of you that are not, we can still get you a delivery made. We can still get you the product ordered. It would just be $6 per case rather than 11 points per case. So that's the only difference. We can still do it for those of you that want to sign up. We had a lot sign up yesterday, but we want to continue. If anybody wants to sign up, we want to make that something for you, something available for you to do until June 30th. Sorry. Other than that, we have had requests for our online ordering modifiers to be made available. What I mean is if you are ordering an item like a tuna salad sandwich and you want to change the lettuce, tomato, the bread, whatever it may be, you want to be able to modify those things on the online order. I have made the changes for what I've been made aware of, but in the future, if there's anything that you find you're trying to order online and you cannot make requests or change the modifiers for, let me know and we'll get that made, or that change made very quickly. The next thing I wanted to touch on is the 4th of July barbecue we have coming up. We will be taking some of the pointers we received from the previous barbecues and capitalizing on those. We will be grilling out again underneath the covered area on the veranda, but we will also have a buffet set up in Middleton's to mitigate any type of cluster or just a traffic jam. We will have lines set up in Middleton's, but we will also have one set up in the Loon's Nest as well. So the meals that I'm preparing on the veranda will go straight to the Loon's Nest. We'll be preparing from the main kitchen to provide for the Middleton's line as well. So we'll have plenty of seating, plenty of food. It'll be a good barbecue and hopefully everybody enjoys. The last thing I want to touch on is that the sandpiper pricing changes have gone into effect. That was implemented and changed as of Monday, June 16th. Just be aware of those changes when you're going in there to purchase whatever you're looking to get. And with that, let me know if there's anything we want to see in that store moving forward. That's all I have for you all today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you throughout the community. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Michaela from Dining with some updates. So, first of all, Wednesday was the farmers market and smoothie bar. Those were big hits. The smoothie bar was amazing. Me, Michelle, and Emma, we all sat out there making smoothies. I more so handled the money. They did the smoothies. They did the hard work. But they were $5 per smoothie, and we're thinking about doing them once a month, so we'll keep you updated on that. And the farmers market, first and third Wednesday of each month, always a big hit. You can use your points, or you can pay cash or charge it to your account, depending on how you're feeling. Some updates with Loon's Nest. We have the second week for the drink of the week. We have the grasshopper starting. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but sounds good. Hopefully no real grasshoppers. But those are $5, and you can get them at lunch and dinner. Also with Loon's Nest, we're working on trying to do a special every night, but it's probably going to be most of the nights. So stay tuned for those. We usually have signs up with them. For Chef's Roundtable tonight, we have braised lamb chops, we have General Tso's chicken, and then we have beef tenderloin medallions. And then there's always some great sides with them, good veggies and good accompaniments. For Pizza Wednesday this coming week, we have cheese, pepperoni, and vegetable. Can never go wrong with some homemade pizza. This Sunday for brunch, we have the highly requested Eggs Benedict, so please come on, stop by and get some of those. So the last dinner in the movie was a big hit, so we're going to do another one on July 22nd. We have 3 movie options right now. You can go and vote in front of the dining offices across from the private dining room. There's a little box there and little note cards with different descriptions of the dinner and movies. And those options are Eat, Pray, Love, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and the 100-Foot Journey. So make sure you go and vote on those. And that's all I have for you guys today. So have a great rest of your day.
Good morning, Cypress Village. I'm Lisa Drew. I'm your Community Life Services Director, and I'm here with a few updates and reminders for you. Today is June 20th. Heaps. Okay. Couple of reminders first. Craft show. So, we have our twice yearly craft market where we bring in outside vendors, and we've had so many residents ask if they could participate. So we thought we would begin the process of seeing if we could put together a Cypress Village resident craft show. And we had 18 people sign up as interested. We sent out forms, a little questionnaire form to begin narrowing down the process, hoping that we could put something together for August. We gave a form to each of those 18 people a week and a half ago, and so far we've only gotten 3 back. So that's not really enough to do a craft fair, so I want to encourage you, if you are interested, please fill out that form that was put into your box, and we put them in the in-house boxes and the kiosks out on the grounds. So if you don't have that form and you did sign up as being interested in participating with your craft in the craft fair, come by the CLS office and fill one out. We need to get a little bit more information before we start finalizing plans for that, but we would like to do it because the people who have returned the forms are very eager. So help us out with that and give us your information. You can come by the office or call the office. I also wanted to remind you that a few times a year we have paw shapers, mobile grooming, come in to do free nail trims and ear cleanings for your dogs. Well, it started out as dogs, and now it's we have just as many cats who go as dogs, but I sent out a flyer to remind you in July, I think it's July 10th. I did send out an email. You'll call Erica and make that appointment. And but we have to make sure that we get enough people interested, or we won't be able to keep bringing her into the community for those free trims. So if you have a dog or a cat and you're not able to get out to a vet to get those nails trimmed, take advantage of this. You can call the office for more information. But she will be here next month. I believe it's Monday, July 10th. She'll be here from 10 to 12. No, we'll get into next week. Okay, so next week, on the 23rd, I know we have a lot of people who are interested in volunteering in different areas, and we've had a few speakers come in this month to talk to us about different organizations around Jacksonville and volunteer opportunities. And on Monday the 23rd, we have Kathy Bowling. She is the volunteer coordinator at Mayo, and she's going to come and talk to you about all the different opportunities for volunteering at Mayo. There are lots of different things that you can do there. She's going to be here at 2:30 on Monday in Egret Hall. Monday night begins our great courses 3-night program of underwater archaeology, Mysteries of the Deep. We had, I think we had 15 spots, and we filled the 15, and we have 30 people on the wait list. So we're probably going to have to do another one of those, but we're all ready for you. We've got your textbooks ready, and we'll see you if you signed up for that. It's going to be at 6:30 starting Monday. It'll be 6:30 Tuesday and 6:30 Wednesday. It's a little bit longer of a course this time because there are 12 sessions, so we're going to do 4 each night. So it'll be just about 2 hours each evening, but I really think it's going to be fascinating. So we'll see you there for that. On Tuesday the 24th, Introduction to the Village, and then also on that day we always have our CLS new resident tour, in which we give you a tour of all the CLS spaces where you'll find the activities on the calendar. I know when you get your tour of the building, it can sometimes be overwhelming because you're dealing with moving in. And we'll show you all those spaces that you will see on the calendar where most of our events and activities happen. Also on Tuesday is the last of our 4 series of Arthur Murray Ballroom Dance class. That's been going great. Everybody's been having a really fun time. And then the following Tuesday, which is July 1st, we are having a Cypress Village Arthur Murray dance party. So invitations are going out to that today. That's going to be Tuesday, July 1st at 3 o'clock. There's going to be some fun special guests, and it's going to be a little fancy this time. So we've got food and beverages, putting together some great food and libations for you. So it's going to be a fun time, 3 o'clock on July 1st, Tuesday, July 1st. So look forward to that. 25th is the monthly trip to the Mayport Navy Exchange. If you are eligible to shop at the Navy Commissary Exchange, you are welcome to get on that bus. We do request that you sign up so transportation knows what size bus to bring. So if you haven't signed up, call the office. On the 26th, in the main lobby, there is going to be an active walk and footwear talk with Danny from PT. That's going to be in the main lobby at 9 o'clock. You can call Wellness Center, talk to Chrissy or Ashley for more information on that. And then next dinner bunch is to Cooper's Hawk. We might have a spot open for that. That's Thursday night, the 26th. The last group said it was fantastic. They loved Cooper's Hawk. So if you want to go to that, call the office and we'll see if we can get you on that. And then Jay's pottery wheel class is going to be on the 26th also. I think there's a wait list for that, but you can call Jay and ask her if you're interested in throwing a pot on a pottery wheel. And then I just want to tell you, next Monday, this is going to be a really, really interesting speaker. Her name is Leanne Wright, and she's a matchmaker. She has a matchmaking business here. She actually has some clients who are looking for matches that might be residing here at Cypress Village. But she's going to talk to you about how do you become a matchmaker? What is that like? Maybe she'll have some tips for your own search. Or maybe she'll have some people you might want to meet. So that'll be 2:30 Monday the 30th. And then last but not least, the 29th and 30th is the Cypress Village Chorus concert. That's their spring concert. It will start with a handbell choir performance in the main lobby at 6, and then the chorus in Egret Hall at 7, both nights. It is first come, first seating, so make sure you get down there to get a seat because it's usually crowded. And they've been working hard, singing their hearts out to get ready for this performance. So go down and support them in that. And that's it for me. We'll see you around the village. Have a great weekend.
All right, I'm back, and before I get into some of the content, we have a intern with us that is part of the UNF collaboration that we have. We are fortunate enough to have Kendall Chasman. She happens to be Dr. Periani at UNF's student assistant, and she is in her second year of grad school over at the UNF, and she is going to be participating here as an intern, and we are very, very excited to have her. We're not exactly sure how long we're going to have her, but we know it's going to be for several weeks, and maybe we can even work on a permanent solution for her. But we're going to introduce you here to her very shortly, but please welcome her with open arms, and we're very excited to have her. First item of business is we had an extremely successful job fair this week. We hired, I don't have the total count right now, but I want to say a very vast amount of people, and the vacancies that we had at Cypress Village, we feel we filled. These vacancies were primarily in the back of the house, in the kitchen, main kitchen. We had a lot of luck with dishwashers, cooks, utility, many different positions in the back of the house. We feel we have great applicants and resumes at this point. We'll see if we can get them through onboarding and actually on the floor working. We also had a lot of CNAs for our healthcare center, as well as caregivers for IHS and assisted living memory care in the Pines. So Emily Gann and the HR team really knocked it out of the park this week, and a lot of the holes that we had, I feel, as long as we have successful onboarding, we're going to be able to patch those. So that is great news. Great job, Team HR and all the departments. Excited to have them. The next thing I wanted to talk about was something we've had a lot of concerns of here recently, and that is the lake off of Goldcrest. The lake there has had some pretty, I would say, pretty pesky lake scum or algae blooms, whatever you want to refer to it as. But first, let me assure you that we are aware and we have actively managing this issue. Our trusted partners are the lake doctors, and they have been regularly treating these bodies of water within safe and responsible limits. As stewards of the community, our goal is to always, twofold, to maintain a visually appealing environment, but also to preserve the natural ecosystem that exists here at Cypress Village, which is so beautiful. These Florida ponds, not just here at Cypress Village, but in Jacksonville and throughout the state, at this time of year typically experience seasonal changes. June's bringing rising temperatures, a lot of strong sun, heat, increased rainfall, all of which create these perfect conditions for these algae blooms that we're experiencing. While this can affect the look of the water, it's often temporary. Also, it's natural. So treating these too aggressively, which all of our residents really want to see some immediate impact, could really endanger the fish, turtles, birds, and other aquatic life that thrive in our lakes. So we want to be very, very, very cautious of that. So it's very important to note that a slight film or discoloration on the surface does not necessarily indicate poor water health. As a matter of fact, some of the algae are a natural part of the balanced pond system. So what we don't want to do is overcorrect and cause harm to the very wildlife that so many of us enjoy watching from our lanais and walking paths. So we are going to continuously monitor the situation. We will continually treat as needed, but again, we want to prioritize the safety for both the environment and the community's enjoyment. So thank you all for understanding that. I know it is very unsightly, but we are doing everything we can. The last treatment was, I want to say, around the first week, end of the first week in June. They say give it anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to actually take effect. So hopefully here in the very near future, we start to see some clearing. But again, wanted to provide the information to all of you that had concerns about it. It's very concerning to us too, and we will take care of it. Next on the list is just a reminder, and that is going to take place today at 3:30 p.m. in the Marsh Media Lounge. Our very own Sarah Ninya will be providing the quarterly financial update for Cypress Village. It's open to all residents, so anybody that wants to attend is more than welcome to join. Again, 3:30 in the MML. July community meeting. Please save the date. Our next July community meeting is going to be on July 8th at 10 a.m. in Egret Hall. As part of our new commitments to the community meeting, one thing we're going to do is put out an agenda a week prior. We want this agenda to provide residents a quick glance at who's going to be speaking and what the content will be for the meeting. So if there's something that interests you, you can join. So that is going to be something new. And another new commitment that we made in conjunction with RAC is instead of showing the videoed community meeting directly after the community meeting or shortly after, we're going to wait till the following week. So those are a couple new updates for community meeting. And the resident recognition this week is going to go out to Miss Bonita Shea. There is a lovely wildlife video that you're going to see on Coffee Chat this morning of Bonita's live camera feeds that are behind her house. She sees all kinds of interesting things that she shares. I've seen bobcats, raccoons, birds, turkeys, all kinds of things. But Bonita and Bill, we really appreciate you sharing that with the village. And whoever didn't see it is going to have an opportunity to see it now. So that's good stuff. All right, and now on to birthday wishes for our residents out there. Let's see what villagers have some birthdays coming up this week. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. On the 20th, we've got two residents. We've got Miss Barbara Hooper, who is always a coffee chatter there at Egret Hall. Let's wish Barbara a happy birthday this morning, everybody. Happy birthday, Barbara. And also Laura Young is today. Happy birthday to you too. We've got our resident advisory council president, Miss Pam Imholtz, the day after on the 21st, along with Patricia Denise. Pat, happy birthday to you tomorrow. On the 22nd, we've got a few gentlemen. We've got Mr. Bob Bathke. We've got Mr. Robert Fleckenstein and Mr. John Wilczek. Happy birthday, guys, on the 22nd. 23rd, we've got a soul birthday villager gal, and her name is Ellen White. Ellen, happy birthday to you on the 23rd. On the 24th, we've got a few villagers here. We've got Miss Brenda Smith, Miss Gail Thames, and Karen Shunin. Happy birthday to you three. We've got one birthday boy on the 25th, and his name is George Gans. On the 26th, we've got three. We've got Don Gadd, Judy Swan, Sandra Hatter, Emery Sandifer. That's it on the 26th. On the 27th, and that's going to cap it off, we've got Miss Donna Minogue. Happy birthday, Donna. All right, residents, that's going to cap off another virtual coffee chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time with your friends, family, and God bless. Take care.